Hey, everybody, it's Robert Flores. Welcome to the show.
Less than 2 miles south of the United States Capitol, welcome to Nationals Park. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Washington Nationals. First pitch coming your way next. Towing the slab in today's game, Zach Littell. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark in front of their fans in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. Gunnar Henderson getting ready to hit. James Wood digging in for the Nationals.
The right fielder, number 29, James Wood.
1-1 now. That one almost got him. Oh, great stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. And now it's Luis Garcia.
Luis Garcia.
Here's a 1-1.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's two down.
The first baseman.
Two down, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Curtis Mead. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike two. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. On now to the top half of inning number 2. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. Back here in Nationals Park, bottom of the second, C.J. Abrams digging in for the Nationals. The 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And here is Dalen Lyle. Gets the slider in there for a strike. On the ground, right side. Handles, throws to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second. So now, with one away and a man at second. Next to hit for the Nats, Brady House. The 1-1. Breaking ball misses down and away. No score here in the second. Next pitch is inside. 3-1 now. Right through there for a strike. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The Nationals with a chance to score first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Got him. 2 down.
Batting 7, the second baseman.
So digging in, Jorbit Bebos. Ball to strike. That one catches the corner for a strike. Got him. And that's the inning. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game.
Gunnar Henderson.
back in Washington, D.C. Live from Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Washington Nationals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the mound for Washington in this one, Zach Littell. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
James Wood digging in for the Nationals.
The right fielder, number 19, James Wood.
The 1-1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Nice grab. Throw to the pitcher, and they get the out. And now it's Luis Garcia.
The designated hitter, Luis Garcia.
That one ripped left field. That's got a chance. Going. Gone. A solo shot. The Nationals strike first. It's 1-0.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
One down. Now here is Curtis Mead. Not even close there. 2-1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Here's a 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Alonso steps on first for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Here's a 1-1. High fly ball, right field. O'Neill on the move. And that is that. Back here in Nationals Park, here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso.
You're out.
Back in Washington, D.C., bottom half of inning number 2, Dalen Lyle digging in for the Nationals. The 1-1.
Ball, that's outside.
In the air to left center. Ward on his way over. And there's one away. Brady House digging in for the Nationals.
That's ball 2.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out.
The second base.
2 down, base is empty. Next to hit for the Nats, Jorbit Bibas. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. stays alive.
Ball.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back here in Nationals Park, top half of the third inning, Kobe Mayo now at the plate.
Mayo.
Back in Washington, D.C., and it's the catcher for the Nationals, Drew Millis.
Miller.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting ninth, the center fielder.
Next to hit for the Nats, Jacob Young. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. The 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Ground ball to the right side. Throws to first in time. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. So the Nats lineup turns over. James Wood digs in now.
Ball 2.
Up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first. No play. We'll see how they score this.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. On to the fourth. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. Bottom 4, digging in, Curtis Mead.
The first baseman, Curtis Mead.
And a 1-1. That clips the corner. Ripped to third and caught. Here's C.J. Abrams now.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
At the plate, Dalen Lyle. And that drops in for a strike. Now a quick throw to first. Abrams back on a dive. There goes the runner. Pitch inside. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. That's off the mark. Ball 3. Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. Safe! In comes the run from second. It's 2-zip. So up next, Brady House. Quick move to first. Lyle back in on a dive. Runner on the go. Strike in there. And safe. It's a stolen base. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Up next,
So digging in, Jorby Bebos.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Man at second. That one not close. They're down 3-1. To the right side, Alonso. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We go to the top of the fifth. Leading off, Colton Cowser.
Colton Cowser.
We head to the bottom of the fifth, and it's the catcher for the Nationals, Drew Millis.
Drew Millis.
Fought off foul. One and two now. This one in the air right field. O'Neill on his horse. Nice grab on the run. One up, one down. Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals.
This guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Got him swinging. Now it's going to be James Wood. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And a big swing and a miss.
I'll tell you what, he's embarrassed right now. Never swings at that kind of pitch, especially that early in the count.
In the air, left field. And that is that. Back here in Nationals Park, here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson.
You're out. Now
Keegan Aiken on the pitch out of the pen here.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals.
These Nationals putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at-bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Man at first. Next to hit for the Nats, Curtis Mead. Here's a 1-1. Ball. In the air, left side. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
One out, man at first. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, C.J. Abrams. Oh, look at the stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. We go to the top of the 7th. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. Back in Washington, D.C., set for the last half of the seventh. Dalen Lyle digging in for the Nationals. 1-1 now. Swing and a ball lifted left field. One away. Next to hit for the Nats, Brady House.
The third baseman, Brady House.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Nationals. The
New
second
pitcher
baseman,
coming on, the veteran, Yennier Cano.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
2 outs, base is empty. Jorbeat Bebos will hit next. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and that will end the inning. Back here in Nationals Park, we're at the top of the 8th. Kobe Mayo getting ready to hit.
Mayo.
Now on the mound for the Nationals, Mitchell Parker.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, one-run game. The switch hitting catcher will come up to hit. Drew Millis.
Nope, outside.
And that misses. And the count is 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with a 3-1 count.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk. Jacob Young now at the plate. Cano, in his 4th year, he features a sinker, a slider, a changeup, a four-seamer, and occasionally works in a splitter. Trying to move him over here. And he picks it up and he'll put it in his pocket. In the dirt, throws to second, and he's out easily.
When you try to move up on a ball in the dirt, you've got to be sure that it gives you enough time to make it safely. Guess wrong, like we saw here, and you'll pay the price.
To the right side, and there's 2 down.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
That's outside. Now 2-2. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Back in Washington, D.C. All set to start the 9th in this one. Taylor Ward. So they turn to their closer, Gus Varley.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Now pitching for the Orioles, number 0,
Well, one-run game. Now it's the DH, Luis Garcia. Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout.
Up next for the Nationals.
Next to hit for the Nats, Curtis Mead. And a big swing and a miss. The Orioles trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Down to the last out for the Nationals. So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Nationals, C.J. Abrams. Owens going for save number 1 in this spot. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Touches down. That's a hit. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
To me, it's just a really controlled, balanced swing. He wasn't trying to do too much with it. Just stayed disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play.
Now here is Dalen Lyle. Got him, and that's the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
A 3-2 final score in this one as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
Shorty, I stick like Fredo, bang, stay in your lane down 4 or 5. Stick like